Hi, welcome to the new year 2022, which has started somewhat turbulent with Omicron and different things that we expected maybe by the end of the year. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic which has been unleashed because of Puerto Rico's debt adjustment plan and PROMESA's suggestions or recommendations, and finally they have been included in that particular debt adjustment plan, which has been submitted to Judge Taylor Swain. As you know, retirement is one of those idyllic, wishful thinkings that we all aspire to when we are in this golden age and we are looking forward to retirement without all these difficulties in financial terms, that we would like to go places if our health really benefits us. And so, as it is usual, and it has been our vision for the Voice of Heidie Calero, we like to educate people. We like to share with you data. And I would like to clarify what is our position under the Voice of Heidie Calero regarding the retirement systems in Puerto Rico and what has been proposed as part of the debt adjustment plan by PROMESA. And let's look at what is the context of the employees' retirement systems in Puerto Rico. The first graph that we are depicting here for you, the blue line is what should be the annual required contribution to both teachers' retirement system, the central government's employee retirement system, and the judicial system. Well, you know, this is what I'm showing here is just one of them employees' retirement system. The blue line is what they should have contributed since 2000. So we're looking here at almost 16 years of contributions. And in 2000, the then governor, Pedro Rosselló, changed the contribution or the way that employees of the central government were going to be the pension system changed from a defined benefit to a defined contribution. And so, as you can tell, what was really contributed is the red line. So there's a big gap between those two, what was the required contribution and the annual employer contribution. So the actual employer as well as the employee's contribution. So what we are seeing then is what really culminated in the bankruptcy of this retirement system. And so we cannot argue about what is the past regarding, all these pensioners have said, I've worked 20 years now, so I am entitled to 100% of my pension. Well, let's wait a little bit in terms of you having all the information. In terms of the teachers' retirement system, the annual required contribution, again in this second graph that I'm depicting for you, the blue line depicts much higher required annual contribution as opposed to what was actually contributed on the red line, both employers as well as employees. So the actuarial studies said that you had to contribute more, but either because of politics and because of cash flows, the employees didn't want to make more contributions, and the politicians said, that's going to cost votes, so let's just continue with these retirement systems. Well, as of 2017, this next graph depicts for you the number of pensioners for the ERS, which is the employees of the central government retirement system. The blue column that you see there, 120,000 pensioners. Those are already receiving pension benefits, checks, which now from a bankrupt pension system, they're no longer receiving checks from that system, but now they are receiving them from pay-as-you-go, which is from the central government, the general fund, and for you pensioners, the government is all of us who contribute with tax monies with our taxes, and they go to the general fund for all the essential services of the government. And now we are paying for your pensions, your checks, as opposed to the number of employees which are in the central government, which is 113,000 workers. So there are more pensioners, 120,000, versus those that are currently contributing to the system with 113,000. Let's look at teachers' retirement system. Again, the blue bar, the blue column is 45,000 pensioners who are receiving checks right now, or at least as of 2017, and continue to this day in 2022. And the number of employees that are teachers contributing right now, being employed in the system, at least as of 2017, was 32,000. And the judicial retirement system, the JRS, already tells you there are 456 Cadillac pensions to the judicial system that are receiving it, as opposed to 381 in the judicial system that are contributing, are paying for that. Overall, if we add all of them, there are 165,456 pensioners receiving checks from their pensions, from bankrupt, no longer from bankrupt systems, retirement systems, but from the general fund. And as opposed to 145,381 employees. No system, no enterprise, no business can really continue to support this, where you have more pensioners than those contributing to the system. That's more than 114,000, 114% more pensioners than employees. And then the next graph is the bankrupt pensions, just to show you that all the systems, they are no longer in existence. They are the unfunded liabilities amounted in 2016, when Promesa was established, for $55 billion, that all are also in the mix of this debt adjustment plan that Promesa has presented. And what Promesa, and mind you, the Promesa board is not exactly one that I have been inclined to favor, but this debt adjustment plan is important. And what they have suggested is that pensions above $1,500 on a monthly basis, $1,500, that they would suffer no cut, but anything about $1,501 that they would receive a cut of 8.5% on an annual basis. So that really implies that it's 28% of those pensioners who are now receive pay-as-you-go that would be receiving a cut of only 8.5%, whereas 72% would not be receiving any cut at all. And there was even another proposal, and I don't think it has come through, that they could raise the bar to 2,000 pensions on a monthly basis, but we don't know where that has headed. But otherwise, 28% have been asked in this plan to contribute to the debt adjustment plan. Pay-go pension expenses, as you see there in this last graph, you see the columns, which are $2.3 billion that are being paid in 2022 out of the general fund. And up to 2026, it could be $2.25 billion. That accounts for 21% of the general fund. Add to the $2.3 billion, the $1 billion that they are talking about for the dignified retirement system for the policemen, that could be $3.3 billion. Add to that the $1.5 billion on the debt service that will be, as long as Judge Taylor Swain approves the debt adjustment plan, it's going to be like $4.5 billion out of a budget of $10 billion. What is left for the other essential services? So this is what I am trying to illustrate with you. This is data. It's not worth going back and saying, well, you know, it's all these corrupt politicians, it's all these retirement systems that didn't manage their money accordingly. But remember, we all are to blame because we didn't make all the contributions. There are retirees now who contributed only 3 or 4 years in the high pensions, the high wages that they received before retirement, and now they are receiving and they expect to be paid for the next 20 years. Do you think that is fair for the rest of the population that is trying to get this island going forward? That is really my position. Only 28% or even less of the pensioners would be affected and they would contribute. We all are contributing to this debt adjustment plan. Even in our water bills, there is a fee for the fiscal plan, the debt adjustment plan. The same thing for electricity, the same thing that we are paying, and we will be paying for all this debt service that will be coming. So please understand the position that retirees also have to contribute, at least part of them. Those who receive more than $1,500 on a monthly basis, please understand we are asking you also to contribute with 8.5% of your monthly pension plans. Don't forget, those of you who like our capsules, to give us a like and subscribe under the voice of Heidie Calero in YouTube. And remember, the economy is all of us.